Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome Desiree, Duke, Eliza, George, Jasmine, Jennifer, Joseph, Gerthy. Okay, but I apologize if I don't say everything right because those names run pretty fast. And Paul, okay, Kevin. But I want to go to chat there. And yeah, I welcome your hello. You see that? And what I say is also hello. So here, what we can do is this. Even Santiago. Okay. Hello from Houston, Texas. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Now, thank you for being here because honestly, that forces me to learn every week. What I'm saying that, guys, the time has come that everybody has to learn. Well, you're forcing me to do what I say everybody else has to do. I'm sharing the screen here and I'm showing you our page right here. That's our webinar, which has been running for about 3 years now. It all started with me being very exciting about Hugging Face. That was the first very easy to use uh, go into AI application. But then AI appeared, and since then it's only AI. Okay, so everybody who comes here, they can have a link right there. And if you click on that link or if you type it, you will see that page. And when you do, I will also see some kind of anonymous turtle, as you can see. So thank you very much. That's number one. Number two, many people who come here, they ask, what should I learn first? Where should I even start? You should start with that link. Okay? It's called AI Education. It has all the courses that we discussed. Where do they come from? They come from every possible place, but one very interesting place is that it's, let me, deep learning AI. Another one is Coursera. Another one is, well, mostly it's Coursera, but that can be anything. All of these are official very good courses. Andrew Ng, he told us something last week. I'll tell you what he said. But he was preparing to say that. He was saying that you can produce a lot of mediocre courses. He was not doing that. He was only doing the best courses. That was at least his claim. And the people were coming to him as a publishing platform. Let's say you are knowledge graphs from RAG and you want to build a RAG application, retrieval augmented generation, and you're in Neo4j. So what you do is call Andrew and say you want to do some good work for him. Then you will work with Andrew's team and you will promote your products. Sometimes there's a pay component, sometimes not. And here, that's what you see where it's coming from. Here is what it is about. Now, we will look at two last entries. This one, governing AI agents, and Jupyter AI. If you want to just simply ignore what I have here and click and listen, you're very welcome. On the right here, going a little bit to the right, you have that same in my repository, open repository, where I usually copy paste. What's different between this and that is that that gives you all the files for your own running on your local machine. This allows you to see the demo and essentially enjoy the show. But that demo that you see is also clickable. So often we can use their clickable screen and not ours. So that depends. But in every case, all the courses are indeed excellent. And last week, Andrew announced that he is going to ask for money for that. and specifically you pay, I think it's about $40 a month or 50. For that you get all of the courses. It's all you can learn. Right now he was talking about 150 courses, so it seems like maybe I missed a little bit, but at least that is what I'm showing here. Okay, now that we know that, we will go on and we'll discuss these things. So that's what I prepared for you guys. And you see right away, I'm doing a spoiler. You see what I'm going to talk. Not everything works perfectly well. One of the things that we talked about was data governance and data quality discussion. And yes, there is a course. Yes, I'll show you that. But it is not complete. We need to do better. So next time there will be a even deeper dive in data governance. So what I'm doing usually is I am copying that and immediately preparing for more, which comes either from me notes like November 14 or from you. When you suggest anything, I usually put it here. So one of the things that I will put here is removal of that and put an even deeper dive. It's a little bit of a joke because we don't have a deeper dive. Okay, but that's what we're going to do today. So you're always very welcome with your comments. If you need the mic, I can even give you the mic, but usually it works with just text. Latest news from Andrew. Now, what is interesting to me is specifically how that relates to a developer. I'm a developer, and my friends are developers, and among all the news, what I'm interested is what I can do. So I usually download any technology following the Jeff Dean lead, who just says that whatever it is, you download and try it. Jeff Dean, there are very many funny jokes. Jeff Dean, he's also lots of jokes. So while I'm talking, you can find a joke that you like. I'm giving you the link. Jeff Dean is kind of karate champion. One of the jokes that I remember is compilers don't warn Jeff Dean. Jeff Dean warns compilers. So with that example, let me go back to the chat here. But meanwhile, we go back and we look at the latest news. And here they are. So I'm not going to read it at all. Instead, well, here Andrew talks about that, guys, when you subscribe to something, they will often want to steal your data, or better yet, just keep it, not give it to you. So when you build an agent, agentic AI, then that AI will really want to have all the data. And if your places like SaaS applications to which you subscribe, if it makes it very hard to get the data out, then it won't work for you personally, because you can go to the screen. Of course, you can use some kind of agent that reads your screen, but still he advises, it's very serious stuff. That's a picture illustrating it. Don't subscribe to those guys. I suspect he didn't like some specific SAS provider, and then he said that. The next thing he talks about Jupyter AI, and that's, by the way, that's an amazing. We will look at that. Yes, it's an amazing thing. And then he says that OpenAI reorganizes for profit. Now, of course, everybody will be interested in what happened. What happened is that here's what happened. The most interesting thing here, it was an army of lawyers, investment bankers, and two state attorneys, and 18 months to negotiate. Of course, that's a big deal. Of course, nothing practically today for us developers. I just mentioned that. And they mention as the first scene, as the first fact, that that new entity will be overseen by yet another entity. And if you go there, you will find that, well, before you go there, you will see that AI Open owns 26% and Microsoft holds at 27%, which leads you to think, wasn't OpenAI originally created to be open? And the basic answer is that they are a public good corporation. So what is that? Okay, it's right here, public good. Public good, B Corp, exactly. And I was looking at that in my chat here. What does it mean? Like, that's what it is. So, public benefit, PBC. Right, Paul. Thank you. And, well, that's enough. You will, I'm not a lawyer, even though I have an online law degree. But what's interesting is not that. They can change it again. If they're changing it now, okay, an army of lawyers, but they're changing it. So you can't rely too much on anything. Just that's an interesting fact. These are all the news that we need. Now, the next thing. Next thing is that I wanted to show you last time, I wanted to show you the AI use in education. It would make sense because I'm running, I founded, and now I'm a manager in an educational company. It's Elephant Scale. So they have built something very interesting, and that's what I'm going to show you. The first thing. There you are. Okay, the link, if you're interested, is here. It's in this thing, yeah. But I can also give you the link so that you can play right away. What opened? This is what opened, so I'm giving you that link. Monsin asks, can you access to the resource on the Google Drive? Yes, most of them. What you cannot get is maybe closed repositories. But your link, Monsin, I think, Monsin, is what you're asking for is that. This one. And tell me if it opens for you. There you are. Okay, now going back, we were right here. And then we were looking at what we call the smart apply. So it says you can choose the next step. The basic idea is this. You come with your resume, good or bad. You upload your resume. If you don't have one, it will do it for you. And then it will compare that to a job description. And it will tell you, you know what, you need to learn this, this, and that. Now, when I first came to the States and was looking for the first job because we all have to work, I met a wonderful agent who taught me the same thing. Exactly. What he said, he drew a line and he said, this is a straight line, and all the salespeople are all the line of truth, he called it. So all the salespeople are above the line of truth. All the technical people, he said, they're below the line of truth. So I'm not asking you to lie. I'm just asking you to get to the line of truth. And then he said very obvious things. He said, don't be nervous. If you know something, say, yeah, I know it and I've done it. If you don't know it, you say something like, I don't know it, but I'm a quick learner. Regular phrase. What? Now, in the age of AI, that's the same. So let's click. I'm already logged in here. I logged in with LinkedIn, and here I am. Okay, welcome us in. Okay, so let's do it. Let's try the first page. Okay, upload. That I prepared. That's my resume. But honestly, I haven't tried it. Okay, great. Your resume is ready. Now what? Now find jobs, do AI analysis on that. Then get the results and then practice interview. So I've seen it and indeed it's fun. What I suggest is let us try to do something. Takes 30 seconds. Okay, we're not going to do it, even though if I have one of my colleagues in the team, they may proceed with that. Do we have anyone? Let's ask. Answering real quick. And let's see what we had on the chat. Resume. So let's see if anybody is here. Ruchit, you are here. Wonderful. Can you take over? I'll do this. I will make you a co-presenter, Ruchit, and you will finish up this a little demo. I already uploaded my resume. So first of all, I will give you the mic, okay, and make you co-presenter. Here you are. You are the panelist now, and you should be able to speak also. Okay, can you do it, please? And also, I'll give you the mouse. Where is the mouse?
Thank you, Mark. Am I audible?
Yes, you are perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, where's this mouse that I want to give you? Or ask me for the mouse.
Okay, so you give me the access to this thing?
Yeah, how would I do it?
Okay, I requested. So,
Okay, I
yeah,
approved it.
so yeah. So you wanted to add some new jobs, right? For this thing?
Yes, I just uploaded my resume here. I don't know what to
Okay.
do next.
Yeah, so we have a like we have the what we can say that on the right, very right hand side in the bottom we have the plus sign. So we will go over there and we will add like it will like we have the what we can say the list of things we need to upload this thing like the job title, company name, job link, and job description. And I think so I can get it for uh, you have your LinkedIn account login by chance,
Yes,
Mark?
yes.
So can you
I'll
just
do
open
it
it?
right now.
Yeah.
LinkedIn. That's why I got my resume. Okay. There you are. It's open.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was
Yes.
doing, yeah, you can go ahead. Okay, so we can search your job. Like you, many people, like majority, we use LinkedIn, but we for in our tool we can use any of these things, like what we can say, any of your job portal from where you're applying. You just need the following things to be added. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
what it was your right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Like say job title, like the company name. And also, Mark, to add one more thing, we are working on the what you can say extension. Like we don't have to do this all stuff. We just have like once you go to the LinkedIn, we will get a extension over here or something like that pop up over here, which will what we can say which will autofill all the details over here to our own like to our this job what we can say to our portal.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, did you close that thing?
No, no, it's there. So you were on LinkedIn, right?
Yeah, LinkedIn. Yeah.
I can reopen it just in case. Right here.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted I was left with the description, I think so. So this is like this is the thing we are like currently working
Yes.
on, like
Right.
for the extension what I talked you about, told you about. So these are the four things we have to just give them, and after that it will analyze with your what we can say the resume which you provided, and it will
Oh,
analyze the
wow.
thing,
So it
and
will
it
compare that to my resume, right?
yeah, it will come. Yeah, it will come. Yep.
Wow.
So these are the skills, these are the skills which which are required by the company, and it is asking you, have you ever worked on this thing? So like, if any of this thing, like, just in case, like sometimes we things happen, like we already work on them and we forgot to update on our resume. You know what I mean to say?
Yes,
So
and in
if
fact, it's just like what a long time ago the agent told me. You just put a yes everywhere, or kind of take it creatively.
okay,
Okay, it's a joke. Don't put
oh
everywhere,
my goodness, yeah,
but his idea was just change your
yeah,
resume a little
okay,
bit.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So let's say like we did three of those, okay, and we will what we can say, generate the AI, like this will generate the resume with the added skills which you just added, like what we did the yes, it will just add it to your resume, and we will also create it will also create the cover letter for our this job, and yeah. So this is your answer.
Wow. Nice.
Yep, and
Okay, that's awesome. I will have to continue with the rest, but that was just in
okay,
time, just perfect help. I am very, very grateful to you, Richard.
no
Thank
worries.
you. Wonderful. And
Okay.
I'll go back to to our regular program, and I will mention
Okay.
that
Yeah.
that's there is one general advice that I will give you looking at that. Keep in mind that when you are hired, you'll have to do the work. So eventually you will have to give an account on all the coming up to the line of truth. And that's the same advice that you can give with working with AI. Now, I'm officially on the side of I'm a partner with AI, okay, as opposed to an enemy. And as such, I use AI for many things, and including is proposals. So you
Mm.
create a proposal, and it will give you a nice looking proposal
Yes.
because that's what it is trained to do. AI is trained to do something that will look nice and will look right. But keep in mind that you'll have to do what you promise. So that's the only thing that I'm saying, and I'm going back to with thanks for Richard to our program. Now, in our program, what I have is a couple more things. One is left over from last time, and the other one is Jupyter AI. I'll start with Jupyter AI, okay? So what I will do is stop share for a second, then reshare. But this time, when I share, I will also share the sound. There you are. And now, when I do the show, then you will hear also. What we have here is Jupyter AI. Before we start that, I'll tell you that, well, Jupyter itself, as we all very well know, is an amazing tool on top of Python. And Python is definitely the first language today. It's quite amazing the story, how it all started with just one person publishing his idea. And Jupyter is definitely the tool. Now it turns out that they've added something to Jupyter. And where they added, okay, I'm going there. So without, it will be here, but before we start,
In this in this lesson, I'll show you the basics.
okay. So what's interesting is, so what is it? We're very curious. Jupyter is Jupyter, and we know. Well, it turns out that yes, Jupyter is used with AI, but they've added something, and that something is found right here. Right here, how to set up Jupyter AI locally. That will tell you a lot of that story, so I'm going there. It turns out that this is not a released component, so fresh as it can be. You know, I do have a friend who is a personal agent even in nowadays, and she is one of the very enthusiastic adopters of AI. It plans her life essentially, but she tells her high-paid clients that looking for the new job, they can forget everything that they ever did. It doesn't matter. What matters is the last 3 years. So take out your previous achievements. Not exactly true, but you do look for what's latest and greatest. And what you look for is this. Well, it's not even released. Oh, great, great. That's what I would be looking for. Now, exactly what is that? That is an additional pip install. So that's a component that connects your Jupyter to your AI. Up until now, you were building something with AI using Jupyter. Now Jupyter itself connects with AI and helps you. And exactly which AI they're using, in all examples that I have seen, they were using ChatGPT. But I'm sure you can use other ones. So with that, we'll go back and listen to the very introduction right here, okay? Let's
Welcome to
go.
Jupyter AI. Coding by hand, where you write every line of code manually, is becoming obsolete. So, coding notebooks have to evolve away from manual coding to using AI to code for you. I'm thrilled to be here with Brian Granger, who is co-founder of Project Jupyter, to introduce Jupyter AI. You better use it here on the Deep Learned AI site or run it locally on your own computer. Jupyter Notebooks are a workhorse of AI development and data science, and we also use them extensively at Deep Learned AI. Moving notebooks forward to the AI coding era will be an important step for our field, and I'm thrilled to be teaching this with Brian.
Thanks, Andrew. When we created the IPython notebook in 2011 and later rebranded it as the Jupyter Notebook in 2014, we did so with the mission of creating a community-driven open source ecosystem of tools for data science, scientific research, and education. Jupyter Notebooks have long been the default prototyping environment for this type of work, but it turns out that most of the AI coding assistants that have emerged in the last couple of years have struggled to function well in a Jupyter Notebook environment. And so we built Jupyter AI, which is an open source framework that is purpose-built to integrate AI into Jupyter Notebooks and Jupyter Lab.
Jupyter AI works well for the kinds of tasks you might already be familiar with from using other AI assisted coding tools, like writing code and answering your questions about code. But it is more than that, and also has capabilities designed specifically for working with coding notebooks. Let me show you. With Jupyter AI, you have a chatbot called Jupyter Not alongside your notebook. So I can say, hi, Jupyter Not, and get a response. Or maybe more usefully, I can say, write code to implement a coin toss and print heads or tails with 50-50 chance. And it generates the code. Instead of manually copy pasting it into my notebook, I can just use a single click here to insert the code into my notebook, and look, it runs. Or something I often ask an LM to help with, if I've forgotten what's the syntax for calling the OpenAI API, I can ask it to write the sort of standard code to get my OpenAI secret API key and then make a call to the LM. Or if I'm looking at someone else's notebook, I can drag a cell over here and ask, what does this cell do? Or even ask, what does this whole notebook do? And get a quick summary to help me understand the notebook. That all this is integrated with Jupyter makes the workflow of using AI coding with a notebook much easier.
You can think of Jupyter AI as an AI collaborator for everything you do in Jupyter, whether that's exploring data in a Jupyter notebook, prototyping LLM workflows, or even building custom agents that are integrated into Jupyter Lab's chat experience. In fact, there's much more to Jupyter AI than we'll have time to cover here, but this course will give you a great start. And I don't know, Andrew, I'm thinking maybe we need to have a follow-up course after this. There's a lot of exciting things in Jupyter AI that we won't have time to cover today, such as custom agents, tool calling, and agent-to-agent collaboration.
No, that sounds great to me. And even in this course, I think you learn a lot. In the exercise, you learn how to use the chat interface to generate code and ask questions about code. For example, generate a call to an OpenAI API. Then in the second exercise, you use Jupyter AI to build a chat app that can help you find good books using an online books API. And
I think that's good. Accidentally, I stopped sharing, but I'm sharing again. All is great. So I think everybody here would really want to try. And how great is it or how not great is it? That's what we want to know. So we close that. We copy, and it just came out 2 days ago, and I have not tried it, so I feel terrible about that. What I do then is let's try it. So we are putting it here, right? And we should try it. At first glance, it's no different from any other IDE, and you can all you do is save a click. So when you have some code on the left, click on it and it will be on the right. There must be more to that, okay? Even though one click does matter today. All right, so in any case, we looked at that, and the last thing that we will look is that. And last time you guys were interested, you were interested in a deeper dive. So I don't have the deeper dive except for one thing. And yesterday was Thursday. And yesterday we started another series of webinars, which in that case I call seminars, and it is security. So it essentially says that I'm going to build AI systems and I will protect them. Now, building AI systems will come as a bunch of Terraform scripts. So you will be able to just run it. Instead of really building, you will be moving into a pre-built house. But then you will have a chance to attack that and to defend this. And you know, but great success, 2 people came, very knowledgeable friends of mine. I'm not naming them because I didn't get the permissions, but one of them had a great idea. And the great idea was that if you are building AI, why don't you, especially now that you have agentic AI, why don't you limit the agent on what it can do, and furthermore, limit your agent on what data it can read? We all know that security is built in layers. I think 7 layers is what Amazon mentions, and that would be layer number 8. But that great idea is exactly what this notebook example gives us. So I was amazed how that connects, and we didn't go into deeper here, but it's exactly that. So I'm clicking here. I know I already shared the screen and shared the sound. I can just click. So I will look at the comment, what people say there. Chat. Yes, Paul. Okay, that was you. That was Paul. But I didn't have your permission, so I didn't say it. But now, yeah, that was Paul Boklas. And let's see if you agree that, amazingly enough, they talk exactly about that. So even though we watched this 5-minute video last time, but now we want to know why would you uh, even use this governance idea? And the answer is that one of the reasons would be exactly that. It would be security. So let's go.
AI agents built in partnership with Databricks. In this course, you learn how to integrate data governance into your agent's workflow to ensure the agent can handle data safely, securely, and accurately. Data governance consists of a set of policies and practices that you can implement to ensure your agent has access only to the data that it needs, that personal information is protected from unauthorized access, and that you and your team can monitor the agent's performance. I'm delighted the instructor for this course is Amber Roberts, who is Staff Technical Marketing Manager at Databricks.
Thanks, Andrew. I'm excited to work with you on this course.
Say you want to build an agent specialized in customer analysis. You can define for the agent a set of tools that allow it to ingest data like customer demographics or transactions or website engagements and survey responses. If you give this agent broad permissions to all this data, it risks the agent leaking private customer information such as credit card info or their address or their personal purchase behavior, data that shouldn't be visible to maybe all company employees. If, however, you build this agent with data governance in mind, then you can ensure that your agent properly handles this data. For example, you can specify in the deployment environment what tables or columns your agent can access and encrypt customer IDs and mask credit card information. You can also implement data quality checkpoints for the agent's input and output and add evals to measure output quality and enable observability to log the agent's processing steps. All of these practices help you to continuously monitor the agent's behavior and debug any failure scenarios.
In this course, you will learn how to apply these governance practices to an agent that you'll build and deploy on Databricks. Now, in order to make sure your agent follows least privilege access, you'll give the agent specific intentional access with views. These views, which are SQL queries that act like tables, will contain only the data needed for the agent's task. Now, for the agent to access these views, you will need to learn how to specify the agent's permissions. You will then build tools so the agent can access the data and register those tools as functions in Unity Catalog. Unity Catalog is an open source data catalog that ensures only authorized agents or users can access those tools.
Okay, I think that's the key. That's the key, and they will teach you how to do it, how to build security. Same idea, Paul. I think you would agree, but same idea, but on Databricks. The Databricks, I mentioned every time. Of course, they're a big corporation, and I'm just a little programmer with my own opinions. But I see how they're trying to ride that horse and get on the AI bandwagon, right? Okay, so good luck. It may work. It's not the first attempt that build it, but build it on Databricks. Wonderful. Okay, so now let me do this. Let me stop share and let's look at what you guys were asking. Will you share the document that has all these links? Yes. The document is found right here. Okay, and here is the link to that same document. That is number one. Number two, so whatever you want to ask for the next one. Now, I usually stop share so that you can stop reading and start writing, okay? But it's only 1 second that I need. So back right here. Okay, and so if you want to suggest something that we should discuss, we already came up with, we really want to see how is that AI in Jupyter works. We really want to go deeper dive. And we already saw how we immediately found one use case, and that was security. The next one, of course, would be regulation, and that's the name, governance. But there must be somewhere, and that's what we will find. Okay, so I'm shutting myself up and asking if you have any suggestions here. Questions? Okay, that's it. Not at this time. Okay, thank you. On the one hand, it's good because, well, it seems like I explained everything well. On the other hand, of course, I want more suggestions, but they will come. You know, it's every week something new comes up. Often, I promise, but don't deliver, and I don't end up going with deeper dive. Well, I hope I will this time. At least I started the security. It's going every 2 weeks. You can find it at the same place. Okay, I think I will take a look at the courses and play around with the tools. Absolutely, yes. That's what you need. And one good way, Desiree, is to work with a study partner. Like just yesterday, I was showing a friend. He said, I'm going to ask you to write a proposal. Well, of course, I'm going to write a proposal with AI. So let us share screen and I will show you how I do it. You will show me, and he wasn't showing me how he does it, but instead he was learning. So that's one way to do it. All right, everybody, thank you very much for being here, for questions, for listening. I wish you a great weekend, and And yes, and Paul, you got free advertisement. And yeah, absolutely. All right, all the best on a great year.